I had a lady call me this morning, said that she needs to have fingerprints sent to Ohio. 318 actually, last time I checked, 5-star reviews. And
that
you know
is
what?
so insane.
Who has that? Who really has that? So
Zero people. Zero people. Yeah.
So
welcome everybody back to another video. Today I have Michael Henry from Palm Beach Notary and Fingerprinting. Mike, happy to have you. It's been a long time coming. How you doing?
Doing well, Dan. How you doing?
Awesome. I'm good. I know we had to start this a few times already. Had audio difficulties in the beginning, but we're here now. I know I want to ask you a bunch of questions because you're crushing it right now. But my first question is, how did you find out about fingerprinting? That's my favorite question to ask everybody because everybody has somewhat of a different story. But how did you find out about it specifically?
I found out about fingerprinting by viewing your YouTube videos, your infomercials, and it was very interesting. And you have a lot of videos out there. So
yeah.
Once basically I'm a notary by trade, and I was looking to have something to supplement my business. And the fingerprinting was trending at the time. We're talking about early 2021.
Yeah.
And you know, you're for an advocate of print scan, and with their properties, I thought it would be a good investment, and I shelled out some money, and it's prospering. It's probably one of the best investments I've done to date, of getting a print scan machine. I started off as mobile, and I have an office now, and it's just trending. And the demand here, I'm in South Florida, so level 2 live scan territory, and I don't do too much ink fingerprinting. Everything's live scan down here. That's the demand. So I suggest anybody to jump into this business. This is a very, very lucrative business if done right. And we have a team, which is you and your personnel, that can make it happen.
Well, thank you for that. Appreciate that. But I was gonna say you're like an OG member. You were part of like the first like up and coming crew members that like hopped on board. We didn't even have like a lot of testimonials. We were just speaking to people, and we were like, hey, this business is crazy. Like, please, you must get into it. Like, it's not gonna last forever. And like, thankfully, you know, the first, like, I think you were like the first 15 or 20 or something like that hopped on board. We were just like stoked, did everything that you could to be successful. I mean, well, you really did it. We like gave you suggestions, but you're the one who actually did it. You have like what, 300 5-star reviews on your Google My Business? Like
over 318 actually, last time I checked, 5-star reviews. And
that is so insane.
Who has that? Who really has that? So
zero people. Yeah.
So I remember having a conversation with you, and you told me, hey, once you get past a certain benchmark of 5-star reviews, it really doesn't mean anything. But
I don't even know where it, like, how, because I remember the first conversation that we had, and I was like, you need to get at least like 25 reviews. Yes. It's a little bit more competitive in South Florida. Once you get 25, you're good. And you were like, oh, all right, bet. Yeah, check this out. And then like a few months later, I see it. There's like 300 freaking reviews on there. I'm like, what have you been doing, man?
Honestly, if you go to Google and punch in Palm Beach Mobile Notary, you're going to see it's real. Yeah. And if you were down here in my area and you would put in mobile notary near me, fingerprinting near me, you're going to see 318 5-star reviews. And then you can look at the competitors, maybe have 20, 60. Yep. You know, it's determination and customer service. I agree. All about customer service.
I definitely agree. Well, you're doing it right. Whatever it is you're doing right. Yep. How many say like appointments would you be taking like a week so far, do you think?
You know what? It goes up and down. I get a lot of calls for mobile and for in office. I would say on a weekly basis, maybe 30 to 40. And it trends. And you know, no shows. And you know,
it happens.
You know the business, but Google is going to be your best friend doing this business by 100%. Far. We done had this conversation many, many times. You have a nice Google profile and you have 5-star ratings, people will find you because it's going to drive your SEO. Go into your website. I get calls on the phone. They go to the website, word of mouth referrals. So I've been doing this since 2021. I did not just start yesterday. So it took time to build up this steam engine, and it's working.
100%. Yeah. I just spoke to another member a few weeks ago. She was in Boston, and her name is Jamila. So if anybody's watching link up at the top right corner. We did her interview not too long ago. She's in Boston. She had people driving an hour and a half from Rhode Island because they found her on Google. I'm like, what? She's like, oh yeah. She's like, nobody else exists. She's like, it's just me up here. Up in, and she's in like downtown. Like, it's not easy to get to if you're driving from Rhode Island. Like, it's all mileage, it's all country, and then you got to drive into the city. She's like right in the downtown area. And she's like, oh yeah, it's happened multiple times. I'm like, this is insane. But for you, I mean, that's honestly, that's a very good appointment flow right now. Like, that is like, you're probably almost at capacity with your office that you have now, right? Like, I think you're looking for a second, third location.
I'm looking to expand to get another office. It's due time. I've been doing this about a year and a half now. It's time for a second office. Where? That's another question, and we're going to talk about that offline.
Oh yeah, we're going to get into that. We got some ideas for you. Don't you worry.
There's demand. There's demand for fingerprinting, period.
Yep.
Because here's the thing about fingerprinting that people don't realize. Any license that you need, you got to go through a background check.
Yep.
Any employment that you need, you got to go through a background check. All that stems from fingerprinting. Fingerprinting makes the background check, which starts everything. So you have to have it. You can't get away with it. You have to have it. And that's where we fall in. We fingerprint. There you go.
These bad boys right here are like gold. This is $50 right here. It's just it's a piece of paper with fingerprints on it.
A piece of paper with fingerprints on it. And and here's the other thing, that you have so many industries: real estate, nursing.
Yeah.
I had a lady call me this morning, said that she needs to have fingerprints sent to Ohio. I said, okay, well, sure, come on in, we'll take care of you. And the level of desperate in her voice that she needed it bad.
Yeah.
You know, on the weekend,
because nobody else is offering this stuff. If you go to any other company, they're like, oh, Fingerprints Ohio, like, we don't know, we're in Florida, you know. But you can do this, and like, for the people who are watching right now, even if you don't want to get like an electronic live scan system, if you just want to get into the business, like, literally, these cards, if somebody's living in like, and I'm sure you get this all the time, travel nurses, right?
Yeah.
If they're living in Florida and they're like, oh, my assignment here is done, it's time to go to Cleveland, it's time to go to Milwaukee, it's time to go to Los Angeles. Like, they have two options: fly to that state, get fingerprinted there, and then fly back, or get a card done and then mail out the card. All 50 states do that stuff. And like, what are you going to do? You're going to fly there just to get the job, to get fingerprinted, and then fly? Like, no, of course. People have done that before. But yeah, man, it's crazy. And you're crushing it.
It's crazy. You have people out of state that are looking for Florida licenses. And we have a program called out of state background fingerprinting, which you can send in your card. We can scan it up, convert it for live scan level 2 for the state of Florida. Because
so you have, that's right, you have a scanner.
I have a scanner.
Yes.
And that's another that's another mode.
Yep.
If you're in Texas or another state outside of Florida, you're not going to drive to me.
No, unless they're on vacation.
Unless they're on vacations. The best
who's getting
thing
fingerprinted on their vacation? Nobody wants.
You send in your card. You can either send it in digitally by emailing your prints to me, or send it physically by mail. And once we get it, we can go ahead and convert it for use as level 2 load up for the system. And it's very, very easy. It's called out of state background check.
So for anybody listening right now, because I want to plug this for you, because you're one of the rare members that have a card scanner and actually like advertise the service. For anybody watching right now, if you know anybody, if you need to be fingerprinted for Florida and you don't live in Florida, get it done, mail it over, or email it over to you, and you could scan it. The actual physical card, you have a card scanner, right?
Yes,
FBI approved card scanner.
FBI approved scanner.
Yeah, get one of these done at a police station, another company, mail it to Mike's company. He will scan it in, and you'll get your results in like usually 48 hours or something like that. I know it depends on the FDLE sometimes, depending where it goes, but it's an immediate scan, as opposed to, because the other option is they're going to mail it in and it's going to go to the state and it's going to stay on a stack with somebody who, you know, is probably on vacation that week, or they're a civil servant. That's right. And they're going to get to it when they want to, but they're going to pay you just a little bit of money, and you're going to just boom, send it right in. That is,
it's a service of convenience. Everything's about convenience. People will pay for convenience, whether it's mobile notary service, mobile fingerprinting, the out of background checks matter that we're speaking about right now. It's needed. You cannot get away from it. You want a job, you want a license. Guess what? you are mandated by regulation, by law, to get fingerprinted.
Yep.
That's the bottom line. You cannot get away with it. So,
Best business in the world. Love
best
it.
business in the world.
I wanted to ask you for anybody who's watching this right now, we just went over a lot of stuff. Like what would be your advice for somebody to like get started, and like what should they do? You know, what would be your advice to somebody?
My advice was to have a game plan and get with people who know what they're doing, such as yourself and such as your organization.
Thank you. Thank you.
Fingerprint classes, join that. You just can't just jump in here and just wing it. I've done it. I've made mistakes. I've learned by mistakes, and I'm still making mistakes to this day.
Yep.
But it's all about the learning curve. When you want to be mobile mobile fingerprinting, you want to have an office, you have to start somewhere. I was told to start off doing the ink cards. I said, no. I want a machine because I live here in Florida. Mm-hmm. You have to have live scan in Florida. You're not going to survive. You're not going to survive in the state of Florida by doing ink card fingerprints. It's
a good side hustle, but you need to branch up if you're going to really be like, if you're going to get to that level in Florida, you got to level up. Yeah.
You're going to have to invest in the machine. Is it cheap? No, but it was well worth it, and it pays off for itself in the long run.
That's awesome, man. Well, I appreciate you sharing your story. Real quick, I want to plug your company because you have over the past year and a half, I mean, you've gone from literally never taking a fingerprint before to 30, 40 appointments per week. You're doing like crazy apostille appointments from people who are like 3 hours away, right? Like you're doing FBI, like how much, if you don't mind, how much do you charge for like an FBI apostille?
FBI apostille right now, I think we're looking at $310, I believe, on the website.
Yeah, that's I've been asking a few other people this. It's typically ranges like the national average. It depends on the location too. You know, it depends on competition and everything. But like 300 to 350 is like what everybody's charging. And let me tell you something. People are traveling now again in the country. Apostilles are on the rise. FBI background checks are on the rise. It's literally $310 for an appointment. Like it's insane. Doesn't happen I mean, listen, you're not getting 30, 40 of those a week. I know that, but like,
no.
I mean, still you get them, they come in, it's a crazy business, man. I love doing these interviews. I love hearing everybody's experience, how they started. And I wasn't asking for a plug, but thank you.
No, appreciate it. If I did not meet you, I would not be sitting here doing this interview, period.
No, thank you. So, there is a whole team behind me. I mean,
yeah,
it can't be just me, but
you guys are doing a good job. You guys are
thank you. That's our mission. So tell people where they can find out about your company, because here's the deal. You're at that stage. I know we were talking about this offline, but you're at that stage where like you've done it. You're success. Like you have an office, you're successful, you're making money, you're doing well. Now it's time to do more locations. And what people don't know is that there's no such thing as a fingerprinting franchise that exists right now. No company that I know of actually is franchised right now. And if they are, they don't have anything more than like 2-3 locations. So this business is very interesting because you don't have to always do franchising. You don't always have to, give away. Like there can be partnerships, and it's not limited by geography. Somebody literally can go to you and you can do other locations with other people, and they could speak to you and you could work with each other. Somebody in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. I don't know, this is saying my dad always used to say, Wichita, Kansas. If they needed to create a location, they wanted to piggyback off a brand that you built, and they're just looking for extra money. Well, there you go. It's the perfect, relationship. And I wanted to plug your company because you know exactly what you need to do to be successful. You've done it already once, and you're going to do this like 17 more times. Like it's just fact. It's just time is a factor. And anybody who's watching this right now who wants to use the steam that's behind another company already. If you want to do your own, that's totally fine too. But there are those people out there. And I want to say, like, if you're watching this right now and you wanted to partner with somebody who's done it already and, be at some level like a strategic partner with another business or just anything, wanted to plug your company. So tell people where they can find you, business name, website, anything that you want, so we can help other people out and help you out.
Sure. The business is called Palm Beach Mobile Notary and Fingerprinting because we are in Palm Beach County, Florida. The website is www.p as in Paul, B as in boy, notary, fingerprintpublic.com, or just go on Google and punch in our business name. We'll come on up.
We'll have the link in the description below too. Don't
Also
worry.
have the link.
We'll
in the
set you up.
description.
Awesome.
Good thing. Hey, partnerships is a very good thing, because the fingerprinting industry is too much work for one individual.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
There is too much work for too little of us, and you don't need to get greedy. Partner up, because if there's a job in Ohio, I'm not driving to Ohio. What I'll do, I'll get online and scour the net to find somebody like me that's doing the job up there.
Right.
And then we coordinate. So we need to stop this scarcity mindset, which is the word that you like to use. There's too much work out here with this fingerprinting business. And fingerprinting is just the top of the iceberg. We have other stuff coming out down the road too, which I'm not sure we can disclose right now, but there's some big things going on that we're going to go ahead to combine with fingerprinting. So just be prepared, guys.
Yeah, we're definitely going to get into it too. That'll be for we'll do a follow-up video in 6 months, and we're going to have craziness. For anybody who's watching right now, we got things in work. We got things in play where check us out in 6 months. You're going to see what's happening. Your business is going to grow like 400% overnight. But you're
going to be amazed. You're going to be amazed at what's coming down the pipe. There's some big stuff. You know, I'm thinking fingerprinting was it. No way.
Yeah, there's a lot. So listen, Mike, it was a pleasure today talking to you. It's been a long time coming for this interview. I'm going to set it in the calendar after today, 6 months in the future. We're going to have another one. It's going to rock your socks off. So
let's do it.
For anybody who's watching right now, link in the description below for Mike's company. Also, if you want to learn how to start your own fingerprinting, we'll be here to help you out as well with the experience of all of our members who are just like Mike. I got my kids in the background. I got to run. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Have a great day.